If you're selling a product online or you plan to sell a product online to your audience, chances are you know what a sales funnel is, or you at least have heard what a sales funnel is. Now, I've talked to a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of creators and business owners, and it's kind of crazy how everybody has somewhat of a different idea of what a sales funnel is. I feel like a lot of people have overcomplicated the idea of what a sales funnel is, and now like everybody's kind of confused. So in this video, I'm going to answer for complete beginners all the way up to people who already have a sales funnel and kind of know a little bit about it. I'm going to cover some basic stuff and some more advanced stuff in this video. So no matter where you're at, I'm sure you'll get something out of it. So we're going to talk about what is a sales funnel, what type of sales funnel should you use, and how do you improve your sales funnel if you already have one in place. Okay, so what is a sales funnel and how does it work? So a lot of marketers have overcomplicated what a funnel is. If you're selling or have ever sold anything online, you have a sales funnel. Even if you think that you don't, I've talked to people who have literally made sales and are actively making sales, and they have literally told me they don't have a sales funnel. That's impossible. It doesn't matter what it is. If you are selling something, you have a sales funnel, because a sales funnel refers to the entire front to back sales process. The front would be like content or paid ads. It's how people find out that you exist. And then the back end would be like hopping on a sales call, actually purchasing from you. So a sales funnel is the entire buyer's journey from discovering you all the way to actually purchasing the product from you. But the reason why people get confused is because a sales funnel is also used to refer to just a landing page or a webinar or a VSL, because you'll hear people say stuff like a webinar funnel or a VSL funnel, or you look at ClickFunnels and you're just making landing pages. So people will oftentimes refer to just the website itself as a funnel, which is also correct. So it kind of has two meanings. And so the landing pages, the webinars, the VSLs, those are conversion tools that are used to convert attention into paying clients. So basically what they do is they funnel people that have discovered us into purchasing our products and services. Here's a really basic explanation of how a funnel works. So if you look on the left-hand side here of the screen from the middle, you have a complete stranger that sees your content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you're posting stuff. And what your content's going to do is going to capture that attention and also nurture that attention. So what that means is that they're finding out about you, for the first time. And then as they watch more and more of your content, they're being nurtured. So they're basically being sold on the idea of your product. Say, for example, you're, a dating coach. Then obviously the more they watch your content, they're getting sold on the fact that you know what you're talking about. They're learning from you. They're getting warmed up to you. And then they go to the next phase of the funnel, which would be capturing leads and converting that attention. So by capturing leads, that would be, when you go to a website and it asks for like your contact info, like an email, phone number, or something like that. So that's actually creating like the website, like the landing page, the opt-in page, which is basically just a website that asks. It's the page on the website that asks for like your email and phone and everything, usually in exchange for like a free training or something like that. So essentially, you're funneling people from the content, which is the top of the funnel, to the middle of the funnel, which is the conversion tools. That's the VSL. And if you don't know what a VSL is, VSL stands for video sales letter. It's basically a landing page with just a video on it. So if you ever go to a landing page and you click play on a video that's explaining to you a product or service, that's a VSL. And then a regular sales letter is just the same thing, except in written format on a one-page landing page. So all of those things, webinars, whatever, those are designed to sometimes capture leads, not all the time. We'll get into that in a little bit. But then convert that attention from social media into sales. And that's when they go to the bottom of the funnel, which is hopping on the sales call, and then you onboarding them through to your program or whatever, and they become a client. So, and the reason why it's called a funnel is because not only are you funneling them from one step to the other, but it also makes like a downward triangle funnel shape. And the reason is because every step of the funnel, people are going to drop out. Not everybody that watches your YouTube videos is going to click the link in your description to go to your website. And not everybody that clicks the link in your website is going to end up booking a call. And not everybody that books a call is going to buy. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go down the funnel. And so essentially what you're trying to do with a sales funnel is you're trying to get the maximum amount of people from the top of the funnel to make it to the bottom of the funnel. And that's essentially what you're trying to do, is trying to figure out whatever tactics and strategies you can do to do that. And that's what we're also going to talk about in this video too. So a funnel is basically like a pipe. And I like to think of it as like your traffic source is basically like water. So traffic source meaning how you get eyeballs. That can be from creating content, from paid ads, from word of mouth, referrals, direct outreach. That's basically like water, right? And so the funnel is basically funneling people from the attention that you gathered into your bank account. Super simple. But if you don't have any traffic at all, then even the best funnel in the world will not do anything for you. This is a big mistake I see a lot of people make, where they're worried about having the best funnel or a complex funnel, but they literally don't have traffic. If you don't have traffic, there's no reason to worry about a funnel, because just like how if you had a barren wasteland with no water, you could build the fanciest, coolest, shiniest pipe in the world, but there's no water for the pipe to take, to somebody to drink. Just like how if you have, no paid ads, no content, no outreach, like no traffic source for getting eyeballs, you could have the best funnel in the world. It doesn't matter, because it's not going to funnel anybody to anything. And so now, because prospects will naturally fall out of the funnel, because like I said, each step of the funnel gets smaller and smaller, there are ways to patch leaks and increase the total number of prospects that make it from start to finish to become a sale. So some examples include having an unoptimized landing page, or also not having any follow-up system to follow up with your leads, not capturing the leads with some sort of a capture form, having low closing rates on sales calls. So what type of sales funnel should you use? So the type of sales funnel that you should use depends on a few factors. So what is the price of your offer, whether it's a high ticket or low ticket? So high ticket offer being like something that's above 1,000, 2,000, all the way up to 10,000 and higher. Low ticket being like probably something like $500 or less. I'd probably say even less than 1,000. How much traffic do you have? So do you have no traffic at all, which basically means like no funnel is really going to do much for you. A few thousand followers versus 100,000 followers versus 1,000,000 followers, right? Like what are we working with there? How cold or warm is the audience? Meaning, do they already know, like, and trust you? Do they already know what your service is, or do they not know you at all? So I'm going to go through a couple of things here on how you can know what type of funnel is best for you. So if you have low traffic, meaning you don't have like a ton of people watching you or following you, you're not running paid ads or anything like that, then you want your funnel to be as frictionless as possible, meaning that there should be little to no steps to getting them on a sales call. So what usually works best for this is a simple one page, just one long strip of a page, a landing page with only one call to action, meaning there's nothing else they can click on. They can't click on links to see your social medias. They can't click on your links to see an about page, none of that bullshit. The only button they can click is book a call. That's going to make the conversions a lot higher. And generally, higher ticket is better when you have low traffic, just because you don't have enough eyeballs to justify selling like a $50 product, right? So because if you're selling like a $3,000 product, you only need a few sales to make a good income from that. Whereas if you were selling low ticket, you don't have enough traffic to justify it. Now, if you have high traffic, then you can sell both high and low ticket offers at the same time, or vice versa. I think selling both makes the most sense. For the low ticket funnel, a simple one page landing page, just like what I just explained, will still work for that as well. But for the high ticket offer, what you'll want to do is you'll want to collect leads with an opt-in form by offering a free lead magnet. So usually what this looks like is they click the link in your social media bio. It goes to a page that's like, hey, if you want to get my free training that's going to teach you the secrets about blah, 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 whatever it is you do that you think your audience wants, they have to put in their name, email, phone number, whatever. And then it'll take them to the page that's the free training, which is usually just a VSL. It's just like a video explaining, what it is that you do, giving them tips and secrets and all of that, and trying to sell them on your service. It'll usually be a 5 to 10 minute video educating them on the product service, showing social proof that other people use it, testimonials, and that it works. And then on that page, they'll have a button to book a call. Once again, only thing they can do on that page is book a call. And then if you have really high traffic, you'll also want to add a qualification form. You can usually do this with Calendly, which is what most people use to have people book calls. The reason why you want a qualification form is because if you have a high amount of traffic, you probably suffer from unqualified leads, meaning people wasting your time. And so you want to have like forms in place, or even the VSL can mention something that says, hey, this is for XYZ people, not XYZ people over here. And so when you have a high volume of traffic, you actually want to add friction and make the traffic higher quality and get rid of like time wasters, people who don't have money to afford your service, people it's not a good fit for. Now, if you have cold traffic, from something like paid ads, these are people that don't know anything about you. You want your funnel to educate them and warm them up to you. So the colder the traffic, the more time you want them to spend consuming media with your face, your expertise, and your personality in it. So this is where 30 to 45 minute VSLs and 1.5 hour long webinars are useful. However, if you have low traffic, then you should not do a VSL or a webinar. You should instead find a way to increase your traffic and keep your funnel as frictionless and simple as possible by using a simple landing page with a one button to book a call, like I said before. Now, if you have warm traffic, people who already know, like, and trust you, you don't need to spend as much time explaining who you are and what you do to your audience because they've already seen your content and they already know you. So if you have a high amount of traffic that is also warm, that's the best position you could be in. Like, everyone wants to be in that position where you have tons of followers, they all know, like, and trust you, they all want something from you. If you're in that situation, your funnel can actually be much shittier than average, and your options as far as what type of funnel you can choose is much wider. And so that doesn't mean that you shouldn't care about your funnel, because a good funnel is still going to convert better than a bad one. But basically, what I would recommend in that situation is you'd want to get an opt-in funnel, like I had explained before. Offer a free training. Your VSL doesn't need to be like 30 to 45 minutes because they already know, like, and trust you. Again, if it was 45 minutes, you're still going to see sales. But all you need is like a 5 to 10 minute VSL. Qualification forms, so that way people aren't wasting your time. You get qualified calls booked. Close them on a sales call. And then usually what you'll do, and I'll kind of explain this more later, but what you do with the leads that you capture with the opt-in page when they put in their name, email, phone number, is you usually want to have an automated email sequence following up with the leads. And then you can also hire an appointment setter to actually call and email the leads manually as well. So just to show a visual representation of what I'm talking about, the best sales funnel for somebody who has low traffic is going to be, you can see on the green boxes here, the very first green box is going to be the landing page that's linked in your social media bio. And then that landing page is just going to show what you do, who you do it for, what results you get them, social proof, client results, testimonials, features, benefits, just really sell them on the offer. The only option they should have on that page is to click a button, which will take them to a Calendly scheduling page. That's the second green box where they can book in a call. You don't want to put qualification forms here because you need to get as much traffic through the funnel as possible. So you want it to be as frictionless as possible, and then you can add more friction later on if once you do have that volume. And then from there, you'll usually just close them on a sales call. You'll typically need a sales call because if you have low traffic, you're typically going to be selling high ticket, meaning like thousands of dollars, and people are going to want to hop on a call with you for that, especially if you have low traffic. The previous page was a visual representation that's more like a broad overview of the funnel, but this is what it would actually look like. On the right hand side, you can see like what a typical landing page would look like, and then just a couple of tips on helping it convert better. Only one call to action on the page, which is to book a call. Talk about pain points, benefits, features, the dream outcome, client results, testimonials, and then you want to put more to book a call buttons as they scroll down the page. That way, if they scroll far down to learn more, they don't have to scroll all the way back up to book a call. So you keep putting book a call buttons as they scroll down the page. No need for a qualification form, no opt-in forms needed. And then this is the overview or the mind map of the best sales funnel for somebody who has high traffic. So this looks complicated at first, but it's really not once you understand it. So on the left-hand side, those 4 blue boxes are traffic boxes. So that's just all the ways that you're getting eyeballs. That's going to be from paid ads, from people Googling you, from organic content, whatever the case may be. They're all going to get funneled into this first green box here, which is going to be the opt-in page. And that's going to be the page that's like, hey, enter your name, phone, email, whatever to get this free training. They're going to punch in their info, and then it's going to bring them over to the next page, which is going to be the free training. If the traffic is warm, meaning they already know, like, and trust you, all you need is like a 5 to 10 minute video explaining who you are, what you do, how you get results for people, showing proof of results you've gotten. And then usually below the video, you'll have like a bunch of like testimonials and client results and stuff like that. The only option they'll have is to book a call. Then they get funneled to the next step of the funnel, which is going to be to book a call on Calendly. And then you'll usually have some sort of a qualification form here to really make sure that you get qualified calls booked on your calendar. Like, so if you have a high amount of traffic, you'll want to qualify. If the traffic's like medium, maybe lower, you might not need it. So tune that as you see fit. Then they'll go to a closer and be closing the sales call. So now the bottom boxes here below the green box. So the green boxes all represent website pages. So opt-in page, then the page with the video, then the Calendly booking, and then like a thank you for booking the call page. And then the red box all the way to the right is the closer. Now these bottom portions here, this is basically what happens to the leads that did not make it to the sales call. So if you didn't have this bottom part, your funnel would be leaking a lot of people that opted in and then just like didn't watch the VSL because maybe they got busy or they got distracted, who knows? Or they opted in and then they just clicked off the page or whatever. There's going to be people who fall out. But because they opted in, the reason why we capture that data is because now we can go, we know who didn't watch it or who didn't end up on a call, and we can follow up with them and basically capture the people that fell out of the funnel and put them back in it. It's almost like putting a bucket underneath a leaky pipe, right? So you can kind of think of this funnel as like a pipe, and it's naturally going to leak. And this bottom part here is how we put a bucket under it and capture those leads, and then we're able to put those leads back into our bank account. So what you do here is the people who opted in, their data is going to go to what's called a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management, and it's just a database that has all their contact info and who hopped on sales calls, who didn't hop on sales call, blah, 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 blah. And then you're able to use email marketing software to send automated emails to those people to be like, hey, did you watch the VSL? Send them some free value, build a relationship with them and get them back on a sales call, while also on top of that, having an appointment setter reach out to them as well. So you have both the automated and manual outreach, like an actual human, which establishes a better connection, contacting them. And all you're trying to do is really simple, is you're just trying to get them to make sure they watch the VSL and get on a sales call. That's all you're doing. It's super simple. And here's kind of like a visual representation of what that would look like. So your traffic, meaning like the content, paid ads, whatever, would lead to a link that they click, and it would take them to this first box here on the left, which would have a headline about what it is that you're offering in this free training. It'll ask them for their email, phone number, name, whatever. They punch that in. They ask for the training. It takes them to a second page where there's the video, and the only thing they can do is book a call. And then below that video, we'll have the case studies and testimonials. Now, this is the other part that I was trying to explain, that bottom bucket that catches the leads that a lot of people aren't doing, but they should be doing and are leaving a ton of money on the table because they're not doing it, is that when people actually opt in, their information goes into a database called a CRM. So you can see the arrow going from the opt-in form that captures the lead, and it goes to a CRM. And on that CRM, you can see like the names of the people, the email, whatever info they punched in, it's on this database. And essentially the way it looks is it's categorizes each lead as we were able to talk to this person on a sales call, this person did watch the VSL, this person didn't, blah, blah, blah. Whatever information you have, you're able to kind of customize it so that way you can keep track of the leads. And then from there, you have email marketing services like MailChimp, Klaviyo, ConvertKit, whatever, ActiveCampaign. You can use any of those to essentially send automated emails to these people to get them booked on a call. Or you can hire an appointment setter as well, and then they can follow up with the leads manually. I recommend doing both at the same time. But again, this is only if you have a lot of traffic. If you don't have a lot of traffic, then you do not need this. This is a complete waste. However, if you do have a lot of traffic and you're not doing this, you are wasting a ton of money by not doing this. So hopefully that makes sense. Super important part here. So now you know what a funnel is and you know what type of funnel to use based on your situation. But once your funnel is built, how do you know if the funnel is complete ass or if it's actually working properly? So how do you know specifically what to do to make a pre-existing funnel better? So this is the part that most people end up like the images on the bottom right, where they fall asleep, they get bored because nobody cares about metrics and KPIs. But honestly, it's really not complicated. I hate math. I really did. I used to just not pay attention in math in high school whatsoever. Like I just wanted to skip class all the time. But this is really simple to understand, and this directly correlates to how well your funnel converts, because how the hell can you know how to make your funnel convert better if you're not tracking anything? So really simple. Every time somebody goes from one step of the funnel to the next, the platform that you built the funnel on, whether it's ClickFunnels, Go High Level, ConvertKit, whatever the hell it is, a stand store, whatever you built it on, it should provide you metrics such as page visits, how many people landed on page one of the funnel, how many of them. Then, what percentage of those page visits went to the next page? So for example, what percentage of people entered in their info on the opt-in and went to the free training to watch the VSL? And if you're not using an opt-in, then this would just be the percentage of people that went from the initial page one of the landing page to the book a call page, right? You want to know the percentage of people that watch the VSL and then click the book a call button, the percentage of people that show up on the calls in the first place, the percentage of people that are being closed on the sales calls. So if you're able to track the percentages of each step, you can see where in the funnel your bottleneck is, what is holding people back from buying. If your VSL sucks, then you'll see that all the percentages are high, but your VSL conversion percentage is low. That means you need to remake your VSL. Why did the VSL suck? If you're not tracking this and people aren't buying, you're going to have no idea what to fix, and you're just going to be guessing, oh, should I fix my VSL? Should I fix the copy on the landing page? And that takes more work than just knowing the metrics. If you know the metrics, you actually, it makes life 10 times easier, and it's just percentages of what percentage of people went to the next step, what percentage of people went to the step after that. It's not hard. And so yeah, you need to be tracking each step of your funnel to accurately measure its effectiveness. Otherwise, you're just guessing on what to change. I use posthog.com for free to track all my funnel metrics. If the platform you're using doesn't provide it, you can use that. And then also one tip that I'd recommend is to make one change at a time, because if you make like 5 changes and then your metrics go up or down, you're not really going to know what change was responsible because you changed like 5 or 8 things. So just try to make like one or a few changes, so that way you know for sure, okay, I made this one change and the percentage of people that went from the VSL to book a call went up by 5% after I made this change to the VSL. Okay, I know that was a good change. And then that's when it kind of becomes a fun game of how I can actually tweak these metrics. Again, super important stuff here. Tracking your online business with data allows you to make changes to see directly how they increase the percentage of people that make it from one step to the next. Because our goal is to increase the total number of people that go from watching our content or watching our paid ads to buying from us. And this is how you do that. And so this allows you to make more money with the traffic you already have as opposed to needing to get more traffic. And although there are a million types of funnels that you could build and a million platforms to build them on, which can feel overwhelming, at the end of the day, just stick to what's already working for others similar to you and just iterate from there. It's kind of like dieting, where you have a million diets out there, but if you just simplify it to, okay, eat less and move more, and then you just kind of build and customize based on your situation, that can help a lot. Now, if you need a customized funnel built completely for you that's guaranteed to bring you high-paying customers, or maybe you already have a funnel and just needs to be improved or something so that it converts better, click the link in the description to go to my website, attentionintoclients.com, where you can book in a free consultation with me. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.